Hey, welcome back to another Wind Down with Shells, where we discuss hot topics, reality TV. Why did it take me so long to say that? Reality TV, current affairs, plus more. And tonight we feature my Soursop juice because I'm not having wine. I had wine, I think I haven't had wine this week. But I had a drink, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm not having any wine tonight. But tonight's hot topic is St. Andrew's High School for girls in Jamaica. And I went to high school across the street from St. Andrew's High School in Jamaica, which is the Holy Childhood High School for girls. It is a Catholic all girls school. And St. Andrew's High School for Girls in Jamaica banned edges, and it has been a hot topic on the internet. And I just want to chime in and give a Jamaican perspective because a lot of the comments are like, oh, they don't want the children to have individualities, and what the edges don't even show individuality. But it is not just that. What is individual about edges? It's a trend. Like, everybody's in edges, like everybody swoop their hair in edges. They even carry, they bring it right here. Sometimes it's even meeting their eyebrows. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's not something that, it's not oppressive. People are saying it's even oppressive, and they don't see the big deal. What does edges have to do with learning? Which I do agree. What does edges have to do with learning? That it's a big deal if the school has a rule against edges. And just to give you some backstories why I would agree with the principal or administration giving this rule. I went to Holy Childhood, and before I went to Holy Childhood, the girls were allowed to wear earrings. And Jamaica is a society where we wear uniforms to school, and while we are in our uniforms, we are representing our institution, which is our school. It's just like some of y'all flight attendants. Let's use that as an example. When you're a flight attendant, you're expected to be modest or do modest things while in that airline uniform. There are rules and regulation while you're in their uniform. If you don't want it, you go and look for another. I think it's the same for schools. If you don't like those schools, the school rule, you can find another school. There's a lot of school that you can go to. And St. Andrew is one of the most prominent high schools in Jamaica, meaning going to that school comes with prestige. And they wear a uniform, they have rules, and I feel like St. Andrew High School for girls is one of the least strict high schools in comparison to when I don't know about Holy Childhood now in its current state, but when I was going to Holy Childhood, we had some strict rules that we had to follow when we were in uniforms. And my thing is, people are making a big deal out of it as if these students don't go home in the evenings. They go home in the evenings and they have their weekends to do whatever they want to do with their hair. Like, school is a place of learning. It's not a party. It is not a, like, a social event like to lime. It is kind of a social event, but it's not a liming. It is not, it's not a leisure place. For the most part. You get what I'm saying. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And every institution in society has rules and regulation. What's the difference with schools? Well, in Jamaica, that is because American schools, I understand why so many things happen in American schools. And I'm not saying that things don't happen in Jamaican schools, because they do. But because there is just kind of a free for all, do whatever you want attitude, and teachers can't tell us nothing, administration can't tell us nothing, and parents will come and defend bad behavior at school. And this is why you have such a high rate with teachers quitting, because like anything goes. And even in Jamaica, some schools, anything goes, and it's always a back and forth with administration and students, and even the law has to get involved because children, students, and parents don't want to follow the rules of the school. And even in Jamaica, when you can't go into the bank with spaghetti straps, and people want their money, so guess what, they dress accordingly because they want to use the service of the banks. Everywhere in society there is some type of rules and regulations when you go to certain places. So I don't see why people on the internet was making this a big deal. Like, this is a school, this is not a party, this is not a gathering with your friends for leisure. So yeah. And oh, let me go back a little. When I was out, let me tell you about when I was going to Holy Charlotte High School. We weren't allowed to wear earrings. Why? The students before us, they were allowed to wear earrings, but they were allowed to wear, you know, those little knob earrings, those, the knob earrings, like these little knob earrings. Mine, these are really fine. They weren't so fine, but they started to wear hoops. Yes. So the rules were knobs, and they broke the rules and they started to wear hoops, and the hoops got bigger and bigger. So the rules just changed. No earrings. And girls still broke those rules. And also, I feel like a part of the reason why they're banning edges, like, girls always, students, let me not say girls, sorry, students, I say girls because I went to an all girls school, but students overall always take it to another level. When I was going to Holy Childhood, in the mornings, the girls gathered in the bathroom to comb their hair, so they would be missing devotion, morning announcement. They just did whatever they wanted to do in the bathroom. So there are these little things that Jamaicans would say, we give you an inch, you take a mile, meaning we we give you some leniency to certain things, and you just take it to the extreme. So guess what? We're just gonna ban it altogether. And what edges have to do with education? So I do agree with you. So if the school says no edges, what is the big deal? And for the people who talk about individual, there's no individuality in edges. It's a trend that they're following. Next week, if there's a new hair trend, they're gonna be doing it. But so at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with a school saying this is our rules. Even at Holy Childhood, before I went to Holy Child High School for girls, they had skirt rules. So we wear skirts to school, a dress top, like a little tie with a elastic band around it. I'm gonna see if I have any old picture. No, I'm not showing any old picture. I was warm. I was so warm in high school. But so we wear skirts, a shirt, a skirt, and a tie. And the rule was your skirt is supposed to be 3 inches below your knee. Girls were not following the rules. Their skirts were not below their knees. Some of their skirts were like above the knee. Some you could see the back of their legs when they walk, because you know, Jamaicans, some of us have a high behind, so you could see the back of their legs. So now when I enrolled in Holy Child High School, the rules changed. Your skirt is 3 inches above your ankles. 3 inches above your ankles. So sometimes, like, once I got, and I had a problem with it when I was in high school, because I am a high school student. We think we know everything when we're in high school, and the world is against us, and like the people on the internet, they're oppressing us. There's no oppression. When you get older and wiser and even understand society more, and when you go to the workplace, there's gonna be rules and regulation there anyways. So I got older and I understand, yeah, they had to change the rules because people, you gave them an inch and they took a mile. The girls weren't following the rules, even when the rules were lenient and the rules weren't so strict, they weren't following it. So, indeed, damn, you don't need edges to be going to school. Slick your hair back with the gel like we used to do back in the days, or back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s. We used to have baby hair, like it was, that's what we used to call it, baby hair. And you could just a little thing at the, but now they're taking it to the extreme, and that is why the school is banning it. And I agree, ban it. They don't need no damn edges at school. Anywho, tell me what you think below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. And even if you don't like my content and you want to argue in the comments, I'm not going to argue back with you. But still, like, share, subscribe, and just drop a comment. Be respectful too. Bye.